Hi students, in this video, let us discuss about Paika rebellion, which has been uh, in the news recently, and the center said it cannot be called as the first war of independence, which has been requested by the Odisha government. So let us discuss and get into the details of what is Paika rebellion and who are Pikes and why it was being requested and what is its position in the and significance of it in the Indian freedom struggle. So let us start with who are Pikes. Pikes are traditional landed militia. So what do you mean by the term traditional landed militia? Landed militia means these are farming communities who do farming during the farming season and offer military service and policing functions during the non-farming season. Policing functions are done on a regular basis on the normal seasons also, but military activities are being performed by these communities during the non-farming season especially, and also whenever there was a need from the king. So whenever a king requires a military service, they will these pikes offer the military service, and in return for this service they will be given a rent-free land, which is called as Nishkar Jagirs. These are called Nishkar Jagirs. Jagirs means Nishkar Jagirs means a rent-free land was given to the Pikes community, Pike community. In return, they will offer a military service and policing functions. Okay, so these are the Pikes. So what is Paika rebellion? What were the situations which forced them in order to go for a rebellion against the East India Company? So the story goes back to 1803. In 1803, East India Company it dethroned the Raja of Kurdha, who was Raja Mukunda Deva. So because of this, the Pikes lost their rent-free land, and in turn they lost their employment and a source of revenue and source of food and other societal status also. So they at one time they lost everything. So 1803 East India Company dethroned Raja of Kurdha, and along with that the permanent settlement which was introduced by the Lord Cornwallis in 1793 had forced the jamindars and the peasants to pay the taxes in silver. And at the time when there was a lot of unemployment and a lot of uh, situations where they don't have even the amount to eat food, how can they pay taxes in silver? That too, the before this permanent settlement, the Kauri currency was being used by the Kond tribe or Pike tribes. These Paika people, they have been using the Kauri currency. If you see the image, this is called Kauri currency. But this permanent settlement had required them to pay the taxes in the form of silver. And there was also increase in the prices of the salt and other necessary goods in the market. So there was an inflation. So whatever the little amount of money they do have is not enough to buy the necessary goods. And because of this settlement, that is revenue settlement, and interference of the East India Company in the economy and the revenue settlements has brought lot of discomfort for the zamindars and peasants. It means Odisha coast, it's a coastal state, right? They do have interactions with the other coastal communities and also farming communities. So when the East India Company, who came as a traders, they have interfered in the economy. They established factories and they disrupted the local economy. They buy cheap from the traders, and they allowed some kind of a free trade passes from the rulers of the community, especially the Mughal Empire at the time. And so, in such a way, they got exemption of paying taxes. In such a way, there was a issue in paying uh, taxes to the government by the people, and these British East India Company officials and the private trade, they brought lot of laws to the local rulers, and they also maintaining a uh, what do you say that one? Um, Local sepoys, and they are paying regular army, and there was a lot of issues they have been causing to the local peoples. So at that time, a person called we should not a leader called Bakshi Jagabandhu Vidyahar, who was the military chief of the Raja Mukundadev, is one of the most important persons of this rebellion. His ancestral region, that was Killa Rorang, have been occupied by the East India Company. So with that, he has to get his life has been turned into a poverty, that is penury, which is called as penury. He has to meet the poverty, and he doesn't have revenue, and he lost his social status. So other issues he has to face. So along with this, it is not just Pikes. There were other communities in different parts of the Odisha province who were also fighting, like tribal chiefs and other peasant communities who are also fighting with the East India Company. In such a context, in 1855, there was a rebellion of Cones also. Okay, before 1856. Okay, so like this, Cones is another tribal community in the nearby region of the Khurda, who were also fighting against East India Company. When these Cones they marched into Khurda region on March 1817, that is a 400 people of Cones they marched into Khurda from Gumsa in March 1817, and on 2nd April the Pike rebellion has been started under the leadership of the Bakshi Jagabandhu Vidyahar, and it was supported by the last Raja of Khurda, who was Mukunda Dev, and he had only a sun-dry army, that is a loose army, where army consists of people from the different occupations. They are not especially soldiers who are trained in a huge way, but it's a Sundry army, and it was called as Paika Bidroh. This rebellion was called as Paika Bidroh. And at the time, even it was started in the 2nd of April, by the mid of 1817, that is around June, July, East India Company had taken the Kurda region back into its control. And several other associates of the Jagabandhu, they have been captured by the East India Company, and Jagabandhu had escaped, and they had been starting the guerrilla warfare from 1817 till 1825. So the rebellion went ahead for almost 9 years, and the Raja of Nayagar had given him kind of a support at the time, and guerrilla tactics has been used by the Pikes, and they were brutally repressed by the East India Company. In 1825, Jagabandhu was surrendered with some under some conditions. However, he has been killed. Uh, there were some reports he has been killed or he has been died in 1829. So this is the story. So it was the rebellion of the Pikes. And was there any success? Yes. The Pike rebellion, these are the minor successes. There were remission of arrears by those peasants or jamindars who have not paid the taxes, and there were reductions in the assessments, and there was a suspension of the scale of defaulters on the sale of defaulters, those who never paid the taxes. Instead of selling their estates to some other jamindars, they were being suspended temporarily, and a new settlement rather than the permanent settlement has been brought into picture by the East India Company. And in the next couple of videos, we will discuss more about cones and what was the pike system. The pike system. So, because UPSC might not ask question directly from this topic, we will discuss more about other topics also. Thank you so much.